Have you ever wondered why your legs feel weaker than they used to? Or why those simple tasks like walking up a flight of stairs feel more challenging each year? It's a frustrating truth for many of us over 60. That feeling of losing our independence, struggling with balance, or just not having the same spring in our step can be incredibly disheartening. We try to eat healthy. We conscientiously choose fruits because we're told they're good for us. They're natural. They're full of vitamins. But what if some of those very fruits, the ones you reach for without a second thought, are secretly sabotaging your leg strength, making it harder to stay active and confident? It might sound surprising, and perhaps even a little counterintuitive. But some common fruits, when eaten regularly or in certain forms, can actually contribute to weakness, inflammation, and make it much harder for your muscles, especially those crucial ones in your legs, to stay strong, responsive, and vital. It's not about cutting out all fruit. Far from it. It's about understanding the subtle ways certain fruits can impact your body's ability to maintain muscle mass and energy, especially as we navigate the golden years. In this video, we're going to uncover 7 seemingly innocent fruits that could be quietly undermining your leg strength, making those everyday movements feel heavy and difficult. More importantly, we'll talk about simple, practical adjustments you can make to your diet, focusing on what you can do instead to keep those legs strong, sturdy, and ready for whatever life throws at you. We'll dive into the science in a simple, easy-to-understand way, and give you actionable tips you can use starting today to reclaim your lower body strength. So, stay with me, because watching to the end will reveal something about your everyday choices that might genuinely surprise you and change the way you look at your fruit bowl forever. Let's start by looking at the first culprits in our fruit bowl, ones that are often seen as perfectly healthy and are even recommended for their natural goodness, but can become problematic, especially as we age and our bodies change. The first category we need to talk about are dried fruits. Think about those plump raisins, those sweet dates, or those seemingly innocent dried cranberries you might sprinkle on your cereal or grab as a quick snack. They're convenient, they taste great, and they seem like a healthy alternative to sugary treats. But here's the thing: when fruit is dried, its water content is removed, which means all the natural sugars become incredibly concentrated. A small handful of raisins, for example, can contain as much sugar as a whole cup of grapes, sometimes even more. It's like taking all the natural sweetness from several pieces of fruit and condensing it into a tiny, easy-to-overeat package. When you consume these concentrated sugars, especially without the natural bulk and water that fresh fruit provides, your body absorbs that sugar very, very quickly. This leads to a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels. For anyone, but particularly for seniors, this quick sugar rush is often followed by an equally quick and uncomfortable energy crash. Imagine feeling energetic for a short burst, only to then feel sluggish, tired, and unmotivated just an hour or two later. This cycle of sugar spikes and crashes can leave you with less sustained energy throughout the day, making you less inclined to engage in physical activity. And, as we all know, consistent movement and activity are absolutely crucial for maintaining and building leg strength. If you're constantly feeling tired because of these energy roller coasters, your muscles aren't getting the stimulus they need to stay strong. Furthermore, consistent high sugar intake, even from natural sources, can contribute to systemic inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation isn't just uncomfortable, it can affect your joints, your muscles, and even make recovery from everyday activity slower and more difficult. This directly impacts how your leg muscles feel and perform, potentially making them feel weaker or itchier than they should. So, while a few dried fruits here and there might be fine, making them a regular, large part of your diet could inadvertently be contributing to that feeling of weakening legs. Instead, reach for fresh berries or a small apple when you crave something sweet and portable. If you do enjoy dried fruit, make sure to limit your portion size drastically and pair it with a source of protein or healthy fat, like a few nuts or a slice of cheese, to slow down that sugar absorption. Now, let's move on to our second surprising culprit: very ripe bananas. Bananas are a staple for many, lauded for their potassium and ease of consumption. And don't get me wrong, bananas can be a good source of energy. However, the ripeness level makes a huge difference, especially for older adults concerned about their leg strength and overall energy. As a banana ripens, its complex starches convert into simple sugars. A green or slightly yellow banana has more resistant starch, which digests slowly and provides sustained energy. But a banana with brown spots, or one that's completely brown, is essentially a stick of concentrated sugar. These very ripe bananas deliver a much quicker and higher sugar hit to your bloodstream compared to their less ripe counterparts. Just like with dried fruits, this rapid influx of sugar can lead to a quick blood sugar spike and a subsequent crash. Imagine reaching for that perfectly brown, sweet banana thinking you're getting an energy boost, only to find yourself feeling sluggish and low on energy an hour later. 4. Seniors. These energy dips are particularly detrimental because they can directly impact your motivation and capacity for physical activity. If you're constantly experiencing these energy valleys, you're less likely to go for that walk, do those strength exercises, or simply move around your home with vigor, which are all vital for maintaining muscle mass in your legs. Over time, this consistent reduction in activity due to energy crashes can lead to a gradual decline in leg strength and overall mobility. Furthermore, for individuals managing blood sugar levels, or those on the cusp of it, these ripe bananas can be a silent contributor to daily fluctuations that are best avoided. So, while a banana in moderation can be part of a healthy diet, consider reaching for those slightly less ripe, firmer bananas, or pair your banana with a tablespoon of peanut butter or a handful of almonds. This combination of healthy fats and protein helps to slow down the absorption of the sugars, giving you a more sustained energy release and preventing those unwelcome crashes that can sap your leg strength. Now, you might be thinking, but I thought these were healthy. And they can be, in moderation and in the right context. But the key for maintaining that precious leg strength, especially after 60, is understanding the hidden pitfalls. Speaking of hidden pitfalls, let's turn our attention to another category that's often marketed as healthy, but might be doing more harm than good. Moving on from those sneaky dried fruits and overly ripe bananas, our next targets are often found right there in your pantry, masquerading as convenient and healthy choices. Let's talk about canned fruits in syrup. This might seem obvious to some, but it's surprising how many people reach for canned peaches, pears, or fruit cocktail. Thinking they're getting a good serving of fruit, the problem isn't the fruit itself, but what it's swimming in. These fruits are typically packed in heavy syrup, which is just sugar, sugar, and more sugar. Even varieties labeled light syrup contain significant amounts of added sweeteners. When fruit is canned in this manner, it loses some of its natural nutritional integrity. And more importantly, it becomes a delivery vehicle for a massive dose of processed sugar without the balancing act of natural fiber that slows absorption. The constant influx of added sugar from these canned fruits, if consumed regularly, can lead to chronic inflammation throughout your body. Inflammation isn't just something that causes achy joints. It's a systemic response that can impact every part of your body, including your muscles. When your body is in a state of chronic inflammation, it makes it harder for your muscles to repair themselves, to grow, and to maintain their strength. Think of it like trying to build a strong house on shaky ground. It's just not going to be as sturdy. This inflammatory environment can directly affect your joint health and muscle function, making your legs feel heavier, weaker, and more prone to discomfort after even light activity. Additionally, the excess sugar contributes to unnecessary calorie intake, which can lead to weight gain. Carrying extra weight puts more strain on your leg muscles, your knees, and your hips, making everyday movements like walking or standing up from a chair feel much more arduous and taxing on your leg strength. The solution here is wonderfully simple. Choose fresh or frozen fruit instead. Both offer the full nutritional benefits without the added sugar. If canned fruit is your only option, look specifically for varieties packed in water or with no added sugar. And always give them a good rinse before eating to wash away any residual syrup. Now, let's turn our attention to what might be the biggest silent saboteur of them all when it comes to commercial fruit juices. even those labeled 100% juice. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking a glass of orange juice or apple juice is just as good as eating the whole fruit. But this couldn't be further from the truth. When fruit is juiced, all the beneficial fiber is stripped away. Fiber is critical because it slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, providing a more gradual and sustained release of energy. Without that fiber, you're essentially drinking a glass of sugar water, even if it's natural fruit sugar. The rapid absorption leads to a quick and dramatic spike in your blood sugar levels. The impact of this on your leg strength is multifaceted. Firstly, repeated sugar spikes followed by crashes leave you feeling drained and low on energy, much like the effects of very ripe bananas or dried fruits. If your energy levels are constantly yo-yoing, you're less likely to be consistently active. And consistent physical activity is paramount for maintaining muscle mass in your legs as you age. Secondly, regular consumption of fruit juice can contribute to insulin resistance over time. When your cells become less responsive to insulin, it affects how your body uses energy, making you feel perpetually fatigued and impacting your overall metabolic health. This can directly compromise your ability to perform the necessary exercises to keep your legs strong. Thirdly, high sugar intake, even from juice, fuels systemic inflammation. As we discussed earlier, inflammation can hinder muscle repair and lead to general aches and pains, making your legs feel weaker and less capable. It's simply too easy to consume a large amount of fruit sugar in juice form without feeling full, leading to an excessive intake that your body struggles to process effectively. Your best bet is always to eat the whole fruit. An orange provides fiber, water, and a more balanced sugar release than a glass of orange juice. If you truly crave juice, consider diluting it with water or making a small smoothie at home using the whole fruit, ensuring you keep that precious fiber intact. Next up on our list is a truly delicious and often celebrated tropical delight, the mango. It's vibrant, it's sweet, and it's packed with vitamins, which makes it seem like a perfect healthy snack. However, mangoes are surprisingly high in natural sugars, especially the larger varieties. While certainly a healthier choice than processed sweets, it's incredibly easy to eat an entire large mango in one sitting, consuming a significant amount of sugar in one go without even realizing it. A single large mango can contain upwards of 45 to 50 grams of sugar, which is equivalent to several tablespoons of sugar. For older adults, whose metabolism might have slowed down and whose bodies might not process sugar as efficiently, this concentrated dose of natural sugar can lead to rapid blood sugar spikes, just like with the other fruits we've discussed. These spikes are invariably followed by energy dips or crashes. Imagine trying to stay active and maintain strong legs when your body is constantly going through these energy roller coasters. You might feel a burst of energy immediately after eating a mango. But then, an hour or two later, you feel lethargic, unmotivated, and simply too tired to engage in any physical activity. This consistent pattern of high sugar intake and subsequent energy crashes, if it becomes a regular part of your diet, can contribute to a general feeling of fatigue and a reduced inclination to exercise. And without regular exercise and movement, maintaining your leg muscle mass becomes an uphill battle. For seniors, sustaining energy throughout the day is key to staying mobile and preserving leg strength. While mangoes offer wonderful nutrients, their high sugar load can indirectly compromise your ability to do just that. So, instead of eating an entire large mango by yourself, try to enjoy it in smaller portions, perhaps half a mango, or a smaller, more moderately sized one, pairing it with a source of protein or healthy fat, like a small handful of almonds or a spoonful of Greek yogurt, can help to slow down the sugar absorption and provide a more balanced and sustained energy release, allowing you to keep those legs moving without the crash. It's all about making smarter choices. Isn't it understanding that even natural sugars need to be managed, especially as our bodies change with age? Now, let's move on to the final two fruits on our list, which, like the others, can be perfectly fine in moderation, but become problematic when consumed regularly without thought. We're almost at the end of our journey, but before we wrap up, let's reveal those last two fruits that might be quietly undermining your leg strength, and then bring everything together with some powerful insights. The sixth fruit on our list that deserves a closer look especially for seniors, is grapes. They're undeniably delicious, wonderfully sweet, and incredibly convenient to eat. You can pop them in your mouth one after another without much thought, and before you know it, you've consumed a substantial amount. The problem with grapes lies in their high natural sugar content and their small size, which makes it incredibly easy to overconsume them. A single cup of grapes, which isn't a huge serving for many, can contain over 20 grams of sugar. If you find yourself mindlessly snacking on grapes, it's very easy to consume 2 or 3 cups in one sitting, leading to a significant sugar load. This high sugar content, especially when eaten in large quantities, contributes to rapid blood sugar spikes, followed by those unwelcome energy dips and fatigue we've discussed. For seniors, these energy slumps can be particularly impactful, as they might reduce your enthusiasm and capacity for physical activity. If you're constantly feeling low on energy, you're less likely to go for that walk, engage in strength-building exercises, or simply move around your home with purpose. All of which are crucial for maintaining and enhancing leg muscle mass and strength as you age. Over time, a consistent pattern of high sugar intake can also contribute to systemic inflammation throughout your body, including in your muscles and joints. This inflammation can make your legs feel itchier, heavier, and less responsive, directly impacting your perceived and actual leg strength. It makes it harder for your muscles to recover and function optimally. So, while grapes are certainly a natural food, their sugar density means they should be enjoyed in small, measured portions. Consider pairing a handful of grapes with a source of protein or healthy fat, like a small piece of cheese or a handful of almonds, to help balance the sugar impact and provide a more sustained energy release. Or, even better, mix them with lower sugar berries like raspberries or blackberries for a more balanced and fiber-rich snack. And finally, our 7th fruit that could be subtly impacting your leg strength is watermelon. Watermelon is a quintessential summer fruit, praised for being hydrating and refreshing, especially on a hot day. It's mostly water, which sounds fantastic, and it does contain some beneficial vitamins. However, despite its high water content, watermelon has a high glycemic index. This means that its natural sugars are absorbed very quickly into your bloodstream, leading to a rapid spike in blood sugar. And just like with grapes, it's incredibly easy to eat a large quantity of watermelon due to its lightness and high water content. Without feeling particularly full, a generous slice can quickly add up to a significant sugar load. The rapid blood sugar spike from watermelon, followed by a subsequent crash, can leave you feeling drained and low on energy, making it harder to engage in sustained physical activity. For seniors, these energy fluctuations can be particularly disruptive to your daily routine and your motivation to exercise, which is, as we've established, vital for leg strength. While watermelon is hydrating, its high sugar-to-fiber ratio means it doesn't provide the sustained energy release that denser, lower glycemic fruits, or those rich in fiber, do. If you're consistently experiencing these energy dips, it can subtly reduce your overall activity levels, leading to a gradual decline in your leg muscle mass and function over time. It's not about avoiding watermelon altogether, but rather understanding its impact and consuming it wisely. Enjoy watermelon in moderation. Instead of a huge slice, opt for a smaller portion. Try combining it with a protein source, such as a small bowl of cottage cheese or a handful of pumpkin seeds. This pairing will help to slow down the sugar absorption, provide more balanced energy, and offer additional nutrients that support muscle health. So, we've explored how seemingly healthy choices like dried fruits, overly ripe bananas, canned fruits in syrup, commercial fruit juices, and even popular favorites like mangoes, grapes, and watermelon, when consumed without awareness of their sugar impact or in excessive amounts, can silently contribute to energy dips, chronic inflammation, and ultimately make it harder for you to keep your leg strength vibrant. It's not about cutting out all fruit. Far from it, fruit is a vital part of a healthy diet. It's about being mindful of which fruits, how much, and how often you eat them, especially as your body changes with age and becomes more sensitive to sugar fluctuations. Making informed choices about your fruit intake is a powerful step towards maintaining your vitality and mobility. Remember, Knowledge is power. And even small, conscious changes truly can make a monumental difference in your health and happiness. Your legs are your pillars of independence, your connection to the world around you, allowing you to enjoy walks in the park, dance with your grandchildren, or simply navigate your home with ease. By making smarter choices about your fruit intake, you're not just avoiding potential pitfalls, you're actively investing in your ability to walk further, stand taller, and live your life with more energy and less discomfort. Imagine being able to enjoy those walks, climb those stairs without that heavy feeling, or simply move around your home with greater ease and confidence, knowing you've given your body the best fuel. That's the real payoff. The freedom that comes with strong, dependable legs. I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these effects from certain fruits in your own life? What are your go-to fruits for sustained energy and feeling great? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could genuinely help someone else in our wonderful community who is also seeking to improve their leg strength and overall well-being. And if this video has given you a new perspective or helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps us reach more seniors who can benefit from this important information. And please, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more practical tips and empowering advice on living your absolute best life at every age. We're here to support you every step of the way, providing insights that truly matter for your health journey. Your health journey is a continuous one, filled with opportunities to learn and grow, to adapt and thrive. Keep nourishing your body wisely. Keep moving. And most importantly, keep embracing every moment. Live your best life with strong, sturdy legs at every age.